this is one of the lightest full-sized gaming mouse. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is so light, bro. But yeah, very nice packaging. All of the accessories that you will be needing will come with the mouse. You even get some clay that is also very light that can help you change the shape of the mouse if you'd like. I also got some sleeves, which is I really appreciate. But yeah, first impressions on the mouse, again, very light. It's so light that you might think it will break easily, but it's actually very durable. There is some flex here, like on the back side, as well as here, obviously. Look at how thin that is. But it's not like you're gonna apply crazy force here. The important parts are very durable. Pretty minimal flex. No problems with the durability and the build quality, even though it is only made out of plastic. It also does have closed sides, which I think a lot would like. It does have that honeycomb texture though. I mean, more grip, I guess. Nice. The under of the mouse is very open, but it does come in with a cover, so if you'd prefer that, you can apply that over here. Now for the coating, pretty decent. I don't think I'll be needing any grips here. Now I also got the standard edition black over here, but you can also get it in deluxe edition black green or black red, which changes the side buttons and the scroll wheel color, as well as the weight actually, but we're gonna be talking about that later more. You can also get it in the deluxe edition ruby and violet, which I think looks amazing. I think the plastic is a bit see-through as well. Very nice. I think they look pretty good. But okay, moving on to the switches and the clicks. Here's a little sound test. They're pretty tactile, snappy, no problems with them. Minimal pre-travel, post-travel. These are apparently the Huanopink.ATM switches. The clicks are pretty consistent feeling here, no problems with their quality and feel. Now for the scroll wheel, pretty defined steps, no problems with spamming it. They are on the tighter side, but not too tight, not too loose. I think it's just perfect. It is also rubberized, no problems with the scroll wheel. Then for the side buttons, they're actually pretty snappy feeling. They're also pretty easy to spam. There is minimal wobble, minimal pre-travel as well, but there can be some post-travel if you really press it down. There can be a little bit of mush, but they're not really that mushy. Actually pretty decent side buttons. Really like them. Now moving on to the weight, these should be 32.9 grams. Okay, let's see how accurate that is. This is the standard edition black. Okay, 31.6 grams, so actually lower than their claimed weight here. But if you get something like the deluxe edition black green or black red, it will apparently be lighter by 3 grams. Like this is already pretty light. And then if you get the ruby or the violet version, it's apparently gonna be around 2 grams lighter than the standard edition over here. So yeah, very nice weight. Really like it. Now for the weight balancing, it is a bit front heavy, but I mean, it's already so light that it's not really a big deal. A little bit on the front, but yeah, still pretty decent weight balancing, if I'd say. You can also kind of see here how empty the back is. Now moving on to the shape, it does have a pretty good amount of hump. It is not flat, definitely, and I really like that hump for my grip. I do have a claw, kinda palm grip a bit, but more on the claw, which uses the hump a lot, and it's amazing. This is a good shape for claw grippers. I can also see it for palm grippers, pretty good, as well as finger tippers. Yeah, pretty all-rounder shape. The curves are pretty decent as well. They're not too much. Now comparing it to one of my most favorite shapes, the WL Mouse Ying, or pretty much the OP1 shape, that shape's hump is a bit more on the back, but it's actually pretty similar to the back hump of this height-wise, but this HTS Ultra over here has a bit more of a hump on top in the middle here. Now comparing it to another shape I used to main, the Beast X shape, this is more aggressive on the middle hump here on the HTS Ultra. No problems with the shape. Now moving on to its other features and performance, it apparently has a 3950 sensor, pretty latest. Does have 8000 Hz polling rate, very responsive. Now for the battery, it apparently will have 300 milliampere hours for the standard edition, which I got here, but for the deluxe edition, since it's gonna be lighter, it's just gonna be 250 milliampere hours, which is still pretty good, and that will last you around 80 hours at 1000 Hz apparently. Now it also has a web-based driver that we're gonna be checking out with its other features as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in this pretty unique dongle. It is a rectangle, but okay, let's just turn this on. And that will light up and it's working. Anyways, I have the website where you can buy this mouse from. Just go to driver, web driver for wireless, scroll down, open driver and connect the mouse. And yeah, here we are. So we can customize the key settings, the functions here. We can also set debounce. I'm gonna turn that off. But if you experience any double clickings, make sure you enable this. For the polling rate, I'm gonna set that to 8,000. Sleep time, I feel like 30 seconds is too much. Make that like 100 plus. You can also change the sensor angle as well as see the battery life here. We can disconnect, refresh, reset, download the firmware, and view. How to see like the current specs. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn on competitive mode because I'm gonna be using it for gaming. But wait, are we actually on the latest firmware though? Okay, just to be sure, I downloaded the firmware. Let's do the update here. And there we go. It says pass over here. So just X that after. Now for the mouse. There we go. I just finished the mouse. And apparently we should reset after a firmware update. So okay, let's reset. We can also adjust the DPI very accurately, by the way, by 50. We can also enable LED over here, which is this little thing here, which I would rather turn off. You can read these other guys. Let me turn on competitive mode. And yeah, oh wait, I almost missed this. If you click this, it will do a drop down. So we can also change the wheel debounce as well as enable angle snap or disable motion sync. Okay, I don't know why this is hidden, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the software. Nothing really major problems. I wish they can get more specific though, like ABC, what does that mean? Low, middle, high, what are those actual values? But yeah, very easy to access, still very easy to understand, no problems with the software. But okay, let's go and test the polling rate of this mouse. So 8,000 Hz polling rate. Let's see how accurate it is. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. 8,000 Hz polling rate, no problems with that. Now let's go and test this with my latency testing tool. This is the OSL TTCS. I'm not gonna go into too much details on how it actually works. I already made a separate video about that. But what it pretty much does is it measures the time between the click comes into contact and when the mouse actually sends the signal to the computer. And here are the results. 3.326 milliseconds. Pretty responsive. When comparing it to other mouse I've tested, it is not the most responsive, but not gonna lie, in real world, you're probably not gonna notice any difference. You gotta understand how low of a millisecond that difference is. Pretty much unnoticeable, but yeah, for those interested on the results, on the milliseconds, here you go. Now, I always give a little disclaimer that these results can still vary. There can be factors that alter the results, but these results should still be very accurate, and they can change though, especially if they do some firmware updates in the future. We don't know. Anyways, without further ado, let's go and test this mouse out more in game.
Bruh, what the f, man? There's 3 already in market. So, yeah. Whoa. Whoa!
Refreshing.
Yes, mix. Wait, one more to your left, to your left! To the left! Oh my god!
CT. No,
Oh!
I slow. Oh, I slow. What?
God!
Don't pick me, bro. Don't pick me. They're holding me.
I'm reloading. You see that reload, babe?
But I still. Hey, sit.
One inside, on site with my phantom.
Phantom.
Yep.
One enemy remaining. That's 3.
Nice.
Smokes.
Oh shit. Low.
Reyna's there as well, like on the left side. I don't know.
Yeah, left side.
Target down. One enemy remaining. That's 3.
He's stuck there. He's stuck still.
Nova's also there. On B.
One out. All in. One is out in.
One enemy remaining.
Right.
Jets also. Jets came out backside.
One enemy
One more.
remaining. Ready.
Not, they're just jiggle. Nice. Oh my god, last bullet.
So after playing and testing with the G-Wolves HTS Ultra 8K, here's my experience so far. Now, as you saw from my gameplay in Radiant/Immortal ranked lobbies, definitely won't hold you back when gaming. It felt really good aiming with the clicks, the sensor, everything was so responsive. I really like it. I was using the stock dot skates, by the way, and they felt pretty good. To be specific, with my glass pad over here, the Phantom from Tekusai. But yeah, micro adjusting was very easy, enjoyable with it, pretty light, so just a little bit of force, it does micro adjust. adjust. Tracking also felt pretty good, and flicking probably is one of my most favorite part doing with this lightweight mouse. It's just so easy to move and so easy to stop, so flicking is amazing. And another experience I had with this mouse, by the way, is my sensitivity. I was using 0.22 1600 DPI in Valorant, but with this it kind of feels crazy fast, so I'm planning to turn it down a little bit. And the reason for that is, of course, one is the lighter weight, but I think the bigger reason why it felt that way was the sensor position. I was using the L7 from Mtros before I switched to this, and the L7 kind of had the sensor in the middle, or maybe a little bit lower than middle. Compared to this one, the HTS Ultra, it is definitely higher. And why it felt faster is because I aim by tilting my wrist. So yeah, the higher the sensor, the faster and more movement will happen. Now another thing I want to share, it's not really a big deal and it might just be the software bugging a little bit, but whenever I change the lift off distance, it does not change, or it does change, but after a refresh it keeps going back to high for some reason. But yeah, not really a big deal, very easy to fix, and I still had an amazing experience with it on the high lift off distance. But yeah, I hope they fix that soon. So would I recommend it? Do I think it's worth it? Well, let's talk about the price. You can get this for as low as $109 with my discount code MIGSS. That is the standard edition black, and yes, it is not the cheapest. It is above $100, and I know you can get a good amount of gaming mouse, budget gaming mouse with pretty good specs that are pretty good weight, but I think this is still worth it. I really like how light it is. The shape is amazing. It is from G-Wolves. They've been around the gaming mouse community a lot. Very innovative. I don't think there's another gaming mouse out there that is this light, that is this size. If there is one, it's probably gonna be pretty expensive, around 31 grams on my scale. But yeah, you can even get it for lighter apparently if you get the deluxe edition for just around 29.5 grams, or 3 grams lighter than the standard edition. So if you can actually get this for below 29, around 29 grams, below the 30 gram mark, I don't know any gaming mouse that is that light while keeping its full size. Because yeah, you can get much lighter if you kind of cut down on the size, but this one's still pretty full sized. Yes, it's not a big mouse, but I think it is still pretty full sized, and I really like it for my grip and hand size. If I haven't mentioned, I do have 18 by 8 centimeter hands. But if you get the lighter deluxe edition, that's gonna be an additional $30. And if you want the deluxe editions with the transparent plastic look, it's gonna be $40 more from the standard edition price over here. So if you don't really care much about that look or that lighter weight, a few lighter weights, and you actually want that bigger battery, then yeah, you can just go for the standard edition over here. You'll get bigger battery, plus you'll save some money. But if you prefer that lighter weight like me, you want the lighter the better, if you have the budget, I think that extra dollars is worth it for that lower weight. I know it's not a lot, but again, if you really want that lightweight like me, I'd go for the deluxe edition. But yeah, I'll be putting this mouse first link in the description. Again, please use my discount code MIGSS. It does work for all of the variations and all of the G-Wolves store. It should give you $10 off by just typing MIGSS, so amazing. It would really support me a lot, and I will also be putting my affiliate links in the description, so if you can buy anything using the links in the description, I would really appreciate it. It would really support me and the channel a lot. I do want to give a little disclaimer that this mouse is sent to me by G-Wolves, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this mouse are all my honest opinions and review. But yeah, I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I'll go and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful, and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.